Alright, abusinyama memo bibia kwaba na memfa obra yem platform we so nyankopon ehira papa na mewo message bia me de bema yebekwa kutie audio bi before then no yendi nkomo kakra mesrewo oye Ghana ni a na se on this 7 December okoto aba adawro ma mesrewo mentina se MPP ni Emma Onai so nkase kotuma Dr. Muhammad Bomia anase mentina se Emma NDC ni enkancho se kotuma John Dramani Mahama wankasa hwe wasitene mu hwe wabrabo mu edien ena MPP na omuwoso omuayama na edien so na NDC woso omuayama as simple as ABC. Don't let anyone dictate for you, because after all, any consequences biano, you are going to bear it. So be didi, so be da, so be num, so be babrabo papa, babrabo boni. You are going to submit yourself to that political party now to Abamano for the whole of 4 years. What you say? Let's choose wisely. The Biamega Meka, the MPP for we abe no Ghana haram. In fact, say the corruption at its highest peak, agent MPP amanyo kunso. And ye ni bedi ho adanse na nado dankwa kufado abaimu. Ononkwana okle the corrupt people. First, mami ye abnada pa ni sika ya sebi ye kokunu woni fie ni mfachire ni dukum eni de keka hon. Me bisa se any case ne akosisen. Second, yewra anas aremi ya anas the case of the Bible ntia efa Charles Bisiu any insensembi galamse sika bi no ena akosisen. Thirdly, Bank of Ghana 60 billion 60 million kana moyine siden ene bansa. Fourth, chese doson Mokane saying Palugu Dam 12 million scandal no esiden ene basa. You see, meka inti hweso na fakoto aba. Vote massively against MPP because MPP has nothing good to offer you. Hanom negative. Uhim free YouTube, uhim free Facebook, message say obey follow me page for more updates. Sounds now uhim free YouTube and so ube subscribe to your channel no for latest update na friends so like it na wa share uhim free YouTuber me link Facebook link in the description boso na fabra Facebook na be hwe de ekoso ewo hanom me de obibias yenko ne enkotie ensema ewo honom yakoba me di na kai na ebeto aso nyakopo nhirawo me di an mega
ko Supreme Court. You see na anu atemu no free Supreme Court buy no eye kudita ya kase kudita nyina ya aban tungu ede na metu abangu utu abangu watu constitution agu utu constitution go a watu aban agu anything na soldier fonya take over say pay parliament in adwuma
constitution so ya to agu
mo parliament in adwuma it means ya to constitution agu the Supreme Court atemu no de buy no eye kudita na wose Ghana ni bia ma na dwen ba fie na omuhu de yakoso the name Supreme no aye bibi kese and the people are giving them respect that they don't deserve. Why because ultimately the best Supreme Court judge emrane say we lawyer na wa practice for 15 years ultimately Supreme Court judge it me appointed and abro nye we ya onenam hoyi awo call school awo twa no afeli say oye brebre nya po no pass no onenam ho basa 15 years ultimately ko Supreme Court judge man ye and it is never a big deal. So oye judge wo Supreme Court say woni bibi enye so woni bibi si wo bi o Supreme Court judge bia no woni mra e chen 20 liter or eyewra eye chachu tikata because all of them chachu na chiro made and then chachu court law na eye obonfo former Chief Justice papa ne born ko so ya kronfo waje fa no okotu black dictionary And yes, so many bibi, and obi bia will take it time. Share live proceedings of the Supreme Court. No, obi ani mbra who say no Ghana yajira. Yajira sebi obi a wonim no to no odis. Hwade Supreme Court for atemu omode bae no. Na ne tintini ni tia wasem omode bae and now okographiconline.com wa publish or say an MP seat become vacant when he decides to change political identity and remains in parliament under new identity. Say, omono ruling no modi abane say. So your political party ni ye to abama 1 PPD mu. Na se woko bia parliament na afede o se wo ye NDC ni. Na pese o remain NDC a sabre na o sit abo. Hwe enti omono e tro constitution no foforo. This is madness. Aya constitution no mo tro no foforo na na ukoko read aya article 97G no a. Ti asema na article 97G. Is it yetro constitution way 1992 no. MPP for boycott o mu nka ho bi.
I mean a point of correction. At that time there was no MPP.
Oh, nana.
Say those who have formed MPP
free every UGCC mu and free UP ne be do MPP e ade da ho 1992 MPP for boycott constitution
just by way of correction.
Na constitution no ya de sebio ya maame ne papa nom tailor for Messi carpenter for na troy and internal for constitution e plain west and MPP for nantiasie. So the thing said they can use Supreme Court to rewrite the constitution. Article 97G ni say if he leaves, he no a MP, if he leaves the party of which he was a member at the time of his election to parliament to join another party or seek to remain in parliament as an independent member. This is what the 1992 constitution neka. Say okoho as a MPP dimu. Na afedo okoso assistant wonya MPP ni bi mu a na kunya na bono. So ya MPP ni na so se ogina ho se kwantenkura na kunya no abono. This is what the 1992 constitution is saying. Now Supreme Court for interpretation of Monday ban say nipa no so ye NPP ni ba and the core parliament. Na so se afedo ma be ye NDC or parliament it me person me remain or parliament as NDC ni dia ne sit abono. This is madness. Ukokai Article 97H no I will say if he was elected a member of parliament as an independent candidate and joins a political party. Nana way we hear interpretation.
Na o ma me de wa ko school.
Say Andrew Asiama 2020 Andrew Asiama ko election. Andrew Asiama ko election as an independent candidate. Every name election as an independent candidate. Equal parliament as an independent candidate. Now we as a kind of saying, and you see myself or your MPP ni, and the Supreme Court is telling us say, and yet enough grounds to say we'll lose the seat. The seat in your vacant.
But 2020 there enough grounds to say.
Yes, way overthrow or more overthrow the 1992 Constitution. So nobody should sit somewhere and think say will be to abayagwa a soldier buying and a soldier for the betutu and a civilian the betutu. Supreme Court judges or what yes, regulation overthrow the 1992 Constitution. Say every Ghanaian now would cherish about 1992 Constitution. And him say Constitution in the Maquine. Emma said you will be caught in the Supreme Court church and walk a fan who dino. Constitution in the Maquine into Wuntimin Cohon fans and co any. And it's almost a pesa constitution, no. That's almost two constitution a good year. More died before was a protected the law. The constitution is a moment to overthrow the constitution. And yeah, what do you expect from Sani Panua, also a criminal on the street, you know? This is very dangerous. So said the say Ghana's democracy, no. 18 million Ghanaians at Tuabano, your vote doesn't count. MPs are to about more 275. So our voting doesn't count. Their county is what the Supreme Court says. Their county not yenya Attorney General.
For my party,
Akojina Supreme Court say. Attorney General Akojina Supreme Court say.
Yes.
Sir Act we know. Constitutional American. It was making reference to the next Parliament. Eh? say it was making next next parliament say oh so yeah MP na so abana so assistant the party the constitution was referring to the next election and the constitution no enim say asimasi eba parliament was the next election occurring nti so punishment bi wo homa na yem postpone fan call next election nana can you vacate seat awon enya wo dia se si awoti akunya yesu na metimi akasa na sorry se me bana se wonti akunya so how can I say vacate the seat as you speak those MPs now any candidate no mokono nobody knows whether say man for beto abama or mama masare ni bium so how can the constitution say constitutional enim say ni pa call for re-election and so on so ba na so win how can the constitution prescribe punishment for that person
now okono okwe ni ba wi a constitution dey be punishment be prescribe
this is madness they are very shameful
now, Sammy, even before you even go into the subject matter, let's look at the whole thing, the case from its very beginning. Someone files a writ, just a writ, without any affidavit.
Yeah, man.
Now, if the High Court grant me a file a writ without an affidavit,
yeah, man, ruling.
How? I mean, how? So now you see sometimes.
Nobody should convince Bagben say, won't ye? Sa ruling in the Supreme Court.
I think Bagben is that.
And I know say Bagben would never.
I mean,
and it's almost Supreme Court pa on say date. No more na a yes speaker kunyanum. No more preside over Parliament.
Oh,
because the Bagben and I know. And yeah, there's a Bagben the Bayajuma.
I just a constitutional crisis in our Parliament. There
is no constitutional crisis. Constitutional crisis in the Supreme Court.
Exposure.
I want a constitutional crisis because if there's any crisis, it was Supreme Court in your Parliament. In your Parliament.
Now we papa ko justice ne papa headmaster. Justice wo school fees inti. Now papa ko wia ne o ma me yi nadi. Afi wo be judge ya hwede enkwase asema.
Just NSDAU I contested on the ticket of MPP. Now, speaker, lawyer, I raise objection. Say, Sajaji Numu Amodi or my papa wedi. Ancestors what cases because on no chess or MPP ni. Now the Supreme Court to 4 o'clock tenase, I say whether or not justice in argument in make it make it sense. Sajaji phone no na as I include the same and as the owner I raise objection against.
Is
this not madness? Judging is over.
Nanama, you friend Nemos Judas in Corsasua. You cannot be a judge in your own court.
But in Supreme Court, where you can be a judge in your own court.
When I say Supreme Court,
now, oh, they are no part on China. I judge for Numunwa or Mudikai, SG still of execution to Mono. Sada the phone number and I vote 2 yes. Omunya see and Crawford Kufad na appoint 2 Munyina. Omunya and Crawford Kufad na appoint 2 Munyina. So what it means is that Akufo-Addo and every weak leader with criminally minded like Akufo-Addo will only appoint necessary bears with the same feathers flock together or be appointed ne like I can say and Crawford no more drink in likeness no do makotena Supreme Court until 18 million Ghanaian voters your vote will not count. Parliamentarians 275 the mobekano will not matter. Name mum sanipanum and son and kono abroswa du baako du miensa no omo ene bechire baby agane ni nchire and this is not democracy. Say nipa ni NDC ni na afi o parliament ro say afi do MPP ti o parliament kro no na adwen say wo ye MPP ni na so kasa afi de me ye MPP ni a na se akunya abo no. So it means MPP mrashe bedwani no a ono ne to abama no as MPP di mu I know so called independence no on changing the political identity. Is this not madness? You went to parliament on the ticket of MPP address so say MPP MP and now also your independent candidate I call MPP more once we free party mo independent no kra no unya member biom and Supreme Court is telling us say we free as a address as a MPP MP ene one also independent no enye change of identity enye change of identity ene address na as Mrs. Ochina ni address na as Miss enye change of identity. Is it not change of identity? It is a nipa called parliament on the ticket of MPP. Na se Ochina also a independent candidate enye change of identity. When everything is stipulated, constitution is very clear.
Interpretation for Fraba.
And some interpretation we are funny now, funny china.
Because what it means, they say it's a constitution article no honor. They say just say.
Some chesa no. Who ya mumu tiado? No ajaje for no. Nyamuna mo becho constitution no. Yes say munchirim. And to want means stand constitution won't mean you be free and for being.
But almost 30 presidents not to.
That is it.
That's
the overthrow of the constitution. And we must stand against it.
NDC MP, MPP, MPO, or your MP. No, of course, independent.
Supreme Court judges so they granted a phenomenal still for education now. Say for MPs no or more represented or more constituents. Say akunyane vacanta de omo nya salary omo nya katua afi su krasa 2 months no omo nkrofo nya representation. Another madness. This same constitution say beka 6 months to elections na say MP who or resign and I say yin dia ma yen ko by election and the constitution no nim say 6 months no ye more than 2 months. Na same pin betwa ne kana se ntwa ne kana Supreme Court fa ho bay. Are you not the same Supreme Court am deny the good people of Asin of 1 whole year o ma MPNC parliament and I say Asin of for no me nwe o me kwakuo. This same Supreme Court say speaker declaration of vacancy in stand there ebema NDC ebe majority in parliament. Ebanisa Speaker of MDC for be so majority no. I'm a coup for the government. I am unpopular. Government business very difficult. And Supreme Court see a jitum. Say a coup for the very popular, not say unpopular. Supreme Court ya said ye. Now win him. This Supreme Court and I make catch you say 18 million you vote doesn't count no. Mo be kan bag be mo kwa akoto maba no. So what can say? There was story and echo round. Say the former Chief Justice, yes, say echo round say, approach one of the NDC MP, your bar from Greater Accra region, one of the constituencies. A catcher say on to against a year now Obeto fuel a man for 4 years. Okay. And the MPP and the Supreme Court, no, they want to decide and determine which political party becomes majority and which political party's ticket will be Timijana be Speaker of Parliament. And since they won from 2020, the Supreme Court way I interfere with the powers and the authorities and the roles and performance of this Parliament. And Yame said this Supreme Court. They decided want to tell us which political party or which groups becomes majority and becomes minority. We consonant job. Parliament in Bagman were 2. They also owe to me no. On fire caterpillar, bulldozer, and Koso Bagman and Sini. Now one chain uncle Tinakunya, non for microphone and so on recall Parliament. So I was him la. I'm not say ne. Obi pese parliament transfer on track and come back when or track and come back when I say obey take decision whether to call or not. Now say back when after 1 week no take decision or call here or another 1 week for MPs not to come in a date say na 23rd and to say and obi cry and then obi betra it will take 1 week 7 days plus 7 days 14 days very good 14 days into the 14 days I become I said 28 and the 28th November. So this will be for Parliament now. And you want to tell me say MPs will be on constituency here Juma campaign. Will be join the campaign number because I could for the person or the tax waiver. And the man and container and come say papa. Parliament will be on Kobe. Momeko on 6 January 2025. and it also a Supreme Court no our office or need to mean a Supreme and intino arms of government on a was no so parliament in Yajuma maybe they can call metimia call the parliament a Supreme Court ho then no matter how no the why parliament and they said the yes or parliament and the end conference center and to also a busy metimia for Supreme Court ho then majority MP minority no matter no decided bagbin a bachelor say we mumra 1983 agbagbe no original Supreme Court no 1983
hey
now original Supreme Court as a lawyer afenoma ke o 1979
na me ma me kura me so
dabi afenoma ke o 1979
83
83 na agbagbe original Supreme Court as a lawyer enti onu mra oni mu no nya bi ni de motu na enim guase
what time aso
what is happening we are sitting in a country when parliament cannot sit a constitutional crisis enim guase get to tokonu
me da wase
a platform where you are no mami enti
masa we be careful me hurry up
agbesi na wa promise me be so still at the mind
enti you say madapa ba mnangu abo
Dr. Tukono me hwebi na enti Ura Kelly Thompson wo chama omono na nka yen so wa hwe ha but they've done well omo the 500 t-shirts the boa national zongo caucus and omo the 400 t-shirts and so Emma Ura Samata Mills omo the 400 t-shirts and BM so ma Mame Agnes na Momoleti Lati and a friend say Ernest Henry Nogbe or also I think on Babe money 200 is in the pipeline and omo the 1,000 t-shirts and so echo Ashanti region through Honorable Betty Mood by cash, and I think that is the 25,000 Ghana cedis and a 200 t-shirt to Udodo Jojo. And I think they have done very, very well, and we need to commend them. I praise, and I want to believe that the other chapters have done same.
Says we almost postperson.
Na man, you know.
They said they will church will be able to follow because Wabo be the microphone anymore. Wabo be the Kelly Thompson anymore. Apart from Kelly. You knew be our
local chapter. I cannot, bypass.
Okay, there are 2 chapters.
Alaji one, Godfather. Machia triplet no twins no na agiamo echia obi biara agbese befi obi biara obuama the cause of liberating Ghana abaso through the conduit of NDC no ye bona abaso and menua here this na topics no so no I am baffled by this summary of electoral commission amodia beto abonten ye gina mathematics star plus and minus divide whatever
subtraction
just but statistics ne go no I don't know, but I stand to be corrected. It's about 131,000 people or more. They are not part of the biometric system.
No.
How is that possible?
Only special voters
in the registration or more verification or more. You see, it is said, likely say right now. Every indicator points to the fact that the electoral commission from day one is in connivance with a particular group of people to rig the 2024 election. But for the vigilance and the fact that there has been precedent in the NDC for which they are being ridiculed that they couldn't collate their results in 2020. Amma omo are up omo to a level that the MPP machinery is scared of. And you see, for the 2020 election, the so-called inability of the NDC to collate their results.
No.
It was as a result of, more, I would say, people not want to me into compromise in electing IT personnel, etc., etc. Into your company say no. Not just a bufokra bankrophobia must say, Mona Moya Madia Kobani, intermediate, a Yamana Mikojina Hobe defend the party, and Amana Kobasa. Otherwise, ordinarily, NDC, when it comes to coalition, they are not bad. But this time around, they have proven to Ghana, they have proven to critics, they have proven to Electoral Commission themselves, and have proven to the NPP, say, they are more than capable.
Time I could go for a Jan, a commissioner. Now, coalition conversation because Afarijan will do the writing.
Yes.
Afarijan will make sure, and MSCC yo say she side wa omuja one police station too no. Koda Afarijana e ko bamia kwa koto aba no foforo within the space of that 21 days.
Yes.
You be kwa koto sa police station ho. Obe hold one with resource na buy one police station no. Afarijan will make sure see a better. Now, and Sunday they can what declare.
And you be the time we said there.
Yeah.
The NPP's reign, me, I am a historian. Men can say I am good.
Yeah.
Peripherals, no. Say peripherals, they will be able to. But I know a little bit about the history of the family that is leading Ghana today. And for Omono treachery, they are number one. Say, and you forget. Until you be biara, I bet you the effort of good governance or good institutions. The ascension of His Excellency Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo onto the throne of Ghana has compromised every institution in this country. Every state institution that matters, finance, law, etc., have been compromised. Otherwise, it would have been unheard of to hear from anybody saying birth certificate can no longer be used as a primary source of document to register to vote or to do some other businesses. And no other court than our Supreme Court stamped on this authority and said, yes, we can't use it. Again, we have witnessed another fiasco this morning. You understand? And they have done everything possible. And you see, Jemansa had that boldness to tell it into our face, say, there is no mrabi anywhere to children say on for some rimra. Now, previous elections, and this is a call to amendment of the CISO.
Babimbo, I know no one of the catcher say, for no time in electoral commission be general and also. For no time in Obama robust system. Meaning, say, could you have for a John and other say the predecessors, according to her, Omre said, you know,
boy to say James when it comes to electionary processes. Either she knows, but she's being manipulated not to do the right thing. And that is what I suspect, right? And I join my meetings, I hold on. I don't know if he say, but you see, what is funny is that the people they meet, they know that the man has destroyed their party. And they will come and reveal it to some of us. And some meetings now, person, results. You could be some decoral draw. We share electionary processes leading to 2024 election. Every step you have taken, there has been something wrong. You would initially deny it, and then actually be share BVD machines. A laptop naira. You push young question and say I'm policy auction. Auction without the stakeholders knowing say machines no machines do say no. Say na more the akoche. Say auction. How much did you realize from the auction? As we sit here, as a taxpayer, I don't know how much was realized from the auction. Did you call any of the stakeholders to audit the machines to see, say, I be a machine where you bet me use, where to me use, into the bet me auction, say, yeah, we no more Buaconta, I'm a young who say, yes, it be Auditor General's report, by a whom some so much Namunaye. Nothing of the sort. Now, election Akatuna Broneakoto, for some brows and ranch treme. Na me yamu papa who born dog yana ye tia will come out now. We are the stakeholders. And again you say brabetra ho. Now we be can fun chere and say ranch chere say my summary na say we be cry say out of goodwill. Out of what will? Out of what will? And ye be obotom scan na the more election ho bra. Now what say out to what dream as if to say previous election, there has never been a summaries. One website, you see summaries. Now, electoral commissioner will to me a projected figures on her on the website of the commission. Now, figures near wrong. Unless opposition comes to point out to you, say these figures are wrong. You have opened your system for illegal transfers. You now catch somebody affirm. Now, what you are frakadam. When you are and the could say over 131,000 people. They cannot be biometrically verified to vote because they are special. Special in what form? So you want to tell me that they don't have the facial and the fingerprint, etc., that we have all done regards election now. And I want to pray and hope, say, NDC will stand up to this test and ensure, say, everything I air touch money, you be correct and say you about.
Okay, yanku and PC about percentage. So far, unanimous decision number and justices no. Mama just say.
The Ramford, or the answer about constitutional and legal matters, no. My main matters of the economy.
No problem.
The so will be having a double.
No problem.
Tina,
thank you. The economy to the alternative solution.
To the do an pension for an affair.
Okay, no problem.
My main focus on my dream. And the Metitewa Bonteni opinion Pusabano. The three immediate factors against all us. I said it last week here and I repeat it. Election course for US no. Virtually on the same path and the course for Ghana. Now, Matete MPP for Bimo Moka said Trump won on his track record. And that's America fought to abam restore Trump to the presidency. It is so because the track record that Trump would giant, it will be fitting for him to win it back. If that's assumption, holds, then it is a to about Ghana.
Track record.
Yes, if track record is what is going to serve as the bastion to determine there was a to about man on the 7th December, I can confidently predict to say Trump will cry the coalition because some Mahamaya acclamation. Because if we are to say how Trump led America, and for some disclaimer, no, I've been Trump supporter from 2016 to date. I haven't changed. However, data, opinion put some who you know try to drift me away a little to think say there are now those international research organizations where say were to undo Trump. But you see, there is always the hand on God in choosing a leader. And me, in as much as Ghana is not practicing theocracy, it doesn't mean saying Yankopon may not have a hand in the leader we choose. And come to think about it. The voice of the people is the true voice of God. This is true, maybe not when before na yebedi almost see opinion. Say be Yankopon, buneni muson kase on fa Ghana. Because Ghana media a man Yankopon krasum jono. And come to think about it, Ranford. Many great business people, in as much as omo bon pe di Nyankopon di no, omo ntan ha Nyankopon adwen bebre. Sikani sorry a obon mpaye 5, 10, 20 minutes obia okona adwuma mu obehwe hu se na adwuma o make profit or make loss or cut it down. Most prayer camp in Ghana 80% your mumu ni adwuma ye here for more power ye. Nti that should tell you say nipa timi di to certain extent on hanya kupon krabe bre. Now, the argument I may making is the MPP for no na mo kana bonten say the elephant won in America, and that if the elephant won in America there, then the winning symbol for the MPP too is elephant. Elephant come, and you're not correct. In 2020, the elephant fell in America, and Mumaye who say, certain president is gone, Trump or Lusu. And then at 2020, Trump Lusu yane the elephant. No? MPP for Anka say, say elephant national so America there, and the same elephant in Ghana would also fall. Yeah. But adia bakwa a year
and almost to Oma Banubi Azan yet.
If that assumption is to hold in 2024 there, then we must do reciprocal assumption and say, I didn't 2020 there or no share say in America no. Or so corner Ghana anti-man here say. It drew maybe a certain comparison by in Congress. And in my candid view, they made me can say Enyama titro miensa among other factors and the Trump went near bad. And what were those predominant three key things? One, the economy. America for say almost show system netwaba because self-form debt to GDP it was ballooning. Gas ordinary cost of items were ballooning. Inflation was going up. Into the economy no and unemployment rate under Biden Kamala was skyrocketing. Into the economy played a phenomenal role. Into America near on fahone wall Trump will be see on fahone deportation order Trump or the bebano thought about his stomach in the pocket as opposed to deportation. So the economy played a very critical phenomenal role. Precisely. Now let me go to the second matter. Ubetima time Trump, Ubetima hate Trump, Ubetima dislike Trump. But there's one thing you cannot dislike Trump about. His love for God is clear and it's uncontestable. Obi odonya nkopono on tries to Sodom and Gomorrah be repeating it. Round for me dear, me papa and throw Bible. Me Christo ninti me begidi ye say. Na efre papa bi Sodom and Gomorrah onene yere. Na Sodom and Gomorrah ne ekro.
Sodom and Gomorrah ne ekro.
Ne ekro. Na na papa bi efre no a lot onene yere. Efre Sodom and Gomorrah. Na Sodom and Gomorrah no tumu ne ntafre ne de nyina na ehunu ne no it was prevalent there. Inti Nyankopɔn's man bɔfo wan ko bo kro no kokɔ. Abo obɔfo ko according to Bible. Obɔfo no ko 1 ko 2 ko 3. Abo obɛkɔ bia no na ahotefo be nyi omo kro no discouraging. Inti obɔfo no ko no waba back. Abe intercede for them say. Inti dumi man ka say inti so nya nipa even edu krampo no a obɛspɛ kro no. Ankoba no sa Nyankopɔn abu for hye according to Bible. Eba Sodom and Gomorrah so Emma Kroni was raised down. In fact, Lot oyera ahunya de boni anana dwindi e chentino according to Bible no odane nchisi. Say if this biblical content stands to be true, said the mejidi ye dia. Ene o mind be obe propagate a promulgate a support a endorse anything a LGBTQ+ no. You are synonymous with that of Sodom and Gomorrah. Trump was very emphatic and clear, say, that's supposedly, excuse my language, that nonsense LGBTQ+ must not be allowed to fester. Intimate Trump, me make sure, say, House of Reps, Senate, and the entire U.S. country will stand against LGBTQ+. And in fact, the evangelical believers in the Christian society in the U.S., they sought wisdom, found wisdom in the position of Donald Trump. Into Trump, Trumu ya there once so one day. As opposed to Kamala Harris, now the GDH say, Yama kwano be practicing the right. And I'm so America for the Christendom society, the Islamic community, and other even non-believers of God or Mujidi say tradition and medically, biologically, is unwise. That time, Ignacio so the Trabama Donald Trump. And here Trump started talking about foreign policy of US and said, look, there is no wisdom and economic sense in going to war. Taking billions of American dollars, going to Ukrainian war, going to Gaza war, it doesn't make sense. No Trump would ever be an American president. He will cut back on his investment and expenditure in war and rather plow back the money to rebuild and making American great. Promises made, promises kept. Finally, the American realized, say ya toa yetua na yedebeko Ukraine na koto ammunition guns armament ade kum nipa ama koma kum nipa na yedebeko Israel versus Palestine whatever Hezbollah whatever it is there ye pemam panyin oba obe protect yesika ketwa na ye wono dia ya America ye Ranford. Let me use this same tripod situation, this three triggers or tripod na me relate it to Ghana. What is the economy telling people today? And yet NDC Nebeka's economy in Koye. Importers are complaining. Exporters are complaining. Hospital management people are complaining. Business people are complaining. Teachers are complaining. Nurses are complaining. Aji obi awafa kombono so we are mine sika. Na no dey Magdan. Magdan of all people.
Was that it?
Ya kasa Magdan e bia na watifo bi nim no. Magdan e yo bia under MPP government. Only the fair businessman in Ghana a man of $10 million interest free loan from ADB.
Yeah.
And yes, you go to but these are matters of public record.
Yeah.
This is a business manner.
Terminal 2 launch the man.
Terminal 1. Terminal 1 said Terminal 2 now be domestic flight. Yeah. Terminal 1 man as a private into private jetter and then we are self and you see Ghana no. Magdana Jihu Sika. Fano ton chain. Yanko Adasege. Electrocam Ghana Limited. A year a salt mining company. According to Gabriel Chedako Nekomboa in a year no, he can be able to make $2 billion worth of sales of salt. Obiawa the Ghana Trade Fair Company Limited. He became, I think, the board chairman or something. Emma one Raymond so will radio good or something before. I don't know something to be corrected.
Yeah,
Ray. Yeah. Already a printing press egu from one night or so much one day no. Now Raymond at a printing presser a year of international standard no. Through Madam were raising it down. Madam, after almost 8 years of benefiting and profiting from the MPP government, turns around to say, private sector under the MPP government and MPP government no more any.
Enti, a very simple as ABC. A very simple as ABC. 4 years no, enyanson ye no, na politician bi nto aduane ma ondio. Enti ene se ohun se politician bi ben wo. Asase mo sika o frefre ofun so. Chale ene ye be den ye be se ya. Hwe hu se a play of minds. Opese o play on your intelligence. Sebi opese wo de wadwi edi agoro because we hu se wono wadwi mwe ha sebi. Enti de bia meka me nkotine baby engi sika se meji 10,000 Ghana cedis ato aba MPP na bisa hu se 10,000 no mo de bema omo di amo akosora 1,000 Ghana cedis. And that okay yemfa say 10,000 krana that 10,000 now begie no bisa say ebetimi ahwew ene wabusua make say wo ba wo yire wo nuanom wo nkrofo bi no ahwew mo namfofo bi no enti uji say sikana if any of the political parties especially NPP na akoto abamomwa at the end of the day no say sikana ebetimi ahwew from 2025 to 2031. And now is it 2025 to 20? Say 4 years, 2029. Intimi sebi aburu sebi enyado. Me ma politician biya for the sikanto. Me YouTube di biya me tumofo. Mo hwe me platform di biya me ka. Senka me di YouTube na enka MPPO NDC enko mu nye nipa koro emu ndi omochi nkoye campaign da. I'm telling you. Because so muye opposition so new opposition se obi ko amani bi mu na se odu ha okoto panni bi anima hardly to the person to get you assistance edin se nipa no ebeboa so koya ban mu nipa kra na me ko meba ayabra aya metwe check amount aya yisi adadasa by neya ope bibi afiri hoyi opeba na wabedi da form ene mi hu video bia Dr. Muhammad Bomia o number bia wo di brodi aya toto roasted plantain o kan jin na me say akwa we scam na the strategy na wo ye no in 2016 no ando kitapie wata na osipo kakra na watwe na one kinufurata no mu di dokono abusia politics no Ghana for ya pound we have gone beyond this tactics. We have really gone beyond this tactics. This is not the time yebema enkofo I exhibit this kind of tactics omodi ebewia ya adwen abena bribiano. We have to make sure that these people are being kicked out from power for good. What I say, inti misremo ebia meka. Uye youth wa sebi mwa adwen ye adwuma me party bi emebo pa se ye kwoto aba no gi 10,000 gi 20,000 na kopeja ballot box okoye sa na se bibi to a eyewu a wa na wowu nkwase ewu sebi okwa abochi beso abochi aka ho se eyipira wankasa na wopira nipa na eba abontin na okasa bisa se oba ene obusuafo ewon enti so unim se upeso wo mani sika fakoma oba na oba no nyede onkofa ballot box no enti sa na sebi onsu odwodwotie udim na okọ duty kwaja chidema. In fact ubenu ho se be so ye wuye itino a wide to a wise is in the north. This is enough. Enti mesramo oma ye nkoto aba no peacefully and maka from Ochanadeko mesha say the Bomian videos be about 2020 the campaign promises or ye na compare ni ahwese ne watimi afofele na wankasa wahu de etuem. Yes, from Ochanadeko meye say dwuma no se medi kan ka kire mu August mono se eka less than 1 month to election I will bring videos IDB is posium with the videos paper me I'll back it with videos, no more audios. Although me the audios no beba but me and the nkwande me na yi video na waginem na wahwe n'anim no wabisa ho memfa nko akiri memfa nko 2016 me do beko 2020 ha ya na wabisa ho say no bo hye ye wura we ehye yi sebi wadi so ana. That is where ubetimi take a good decision for yourself, period. Yankopon show nti hanom your favorite and authentic channel social media platform ni de oba YouTube ha eba na politics a mega ye ya topic because the assembly to on ma se bi ebu se bi nyaado be chirechirem amo onyi bi atie na wonso hu de ekoso o Ghana ye politics nti besrew bo na fa subscribe and ba fa won subscribe subscribe button ne so na beka ye hu what you say na abribia no ye vibe together what you say yankopon anyo kese se abribia support me ma mechi ba for United States of America USA what you say New York edobutu ma me di bi ohwe me o te di bia me bodi di yankopon hira won so pese me bodi ne se bi ebrusi bi nyaado so betimi a ayeden amama obetimi a chat me obema me email or wherever bia pese o bia obetimi a chat me na me so yetimi edi nkomo na me so ye video nto ana so ya dawase de ho so de bia utayechi what you say utayechi o support ye ohwe nkwade ye na for us ohwe ya yakopon hia papa nti misrawo bomadina na subscribe na fa comment tum efa maye me ma me roye bi so e UK ma me roye bi de se no munim se de bia me ndie program but bibi nti sisi a break and mi se nya din a me ma me roye bi me no after the elections or very soon to the election no ibidi nkomo ebe have one interview before say election beko what you say eti yankopon enhira ma me fa wisi say me di kan revival man ono so me nua bi ma ba ko pe awo UK obonyum gospel artist what you say odidum masa ni no e clean one no ni YouTube channel no e wo me description nko na ko e de fasa ko boso na on take you to the channel no na won so subscribe na stream ni nwom no on all the digital platforms Boomplay, Uduma, Spotify ni the kika SoundCloud, Apple Music and the kaika ho ina ko na ko stream ni nwom no yankopon anyo kese ba mi fa wonsi bidian mega I salute you makrao bye bye.